Hey, what's up, guys? Bullseye here. Sorry the video's coming out Sunday. I just had a busy weekend. That's about as early as I could get it out, but I have a lot of really cool stuff to show off. Up first are some magazine-sized books that I forgot to show in the past because I just put them in my magazine box. So I found two of these. I found one in the dollar bin, and this one I found for $5, and this was a little bit sharper, so I went ahead and grabbed it because it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous She-Hulk cover. And this, I wasn't 100%. There's a small chance I showed this before. If so, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell for sure, but this is the Marvel Swimsuit Special. Beautiful Rogue cover. Then this is cool. I found this in the wild. I've been looking for this for a while. It's his first Eon Flux in comic books. You can see there's a small rip on the tear there, but I'm sorry, a small rip on the flap there. But I got a pretty good deal on it, so happy with that. And it was something I was on the hunt for. Found a couple of these coloring and activity books at the flea market. This is Voltron. These are all from the 80s, I believe. The Voltron one, I think, has one page colored in. This Ghostbusters is completely clean, untouched. And I got a Masters of the Universe. I think this has like one or two pages. I think one colored in and one cut out. Let's see, yeah, put it in the back there. But for the most part, it is pretty clean. And this one is not colored in, but I think there's one or two pages missing that they probably took out to color. So really happy to get those. Nostalgia Blast. That was a lot of fun. And okay, just two Playboys real quick that I picked up at the flea market as well. So I just got that because it was a really cool Jessica Rabbit cover. And I grabbed that because it was a Wonder Woman cover. They were both $1. So. Alright, on to the comics, the good stuff. Up first, this was a huge trade that I made recently with Funny Books on Instagram. Can't speak highly enough of this guy. Really good guy to do business with. Akira 38. This book is a freaking unicorn. He found two of them. And I reached out and we were able to work a trade out. Which I think we were both pretty happy with. Check his Instagram out. I'll have a link in the comments. Or sorry, I'll have a link in the description. But yeah, just really, I'm trying to complete this run. I found all the low print run except for 35 and 38. So now all I'm missing is 35. So, and it's freaking near mint, guys. It is so clean. And now I know there's some Namor hype because of he's maybe going to be the villain in Black Panther 2. I know it's kind of all rumor and speculation, I think, at this point, but I saw a couple of these. Oh, okay, so sorry, up front here is anything I paid more than $1 for. I have a couple things, and then it's all dollar books. This I paid $6 for. He had a couple of these that were really clean, and I wanted to grab one, and I thought this was the coolest looking cover because of the pollution. He's gonna take revenge on the surface world for polluting the ocean with all kinds of bad shit. I thought that was really cool and kind of progressive for when that book came out. And these, I was digging in dollar boxes and I saw these sitting on the wall, on the new release wall. I've been hunting for this book for a long time. I paid cover for all of these. This one, the Chun-Li, goes for a bit more than cover. So, and it was a book I had been hunting for and almost ordered a few times. So I was really happy to find two copies for cover price. Just fucking gorgeous. And I love that. And this one goes for about cover. So I also grabbed 2 of these with Cammy on the cover. And this is Street Fighter Summer Sports Special 2018. All of these that I'm showing, all these Street Fighters, it's just different covers. And then I just grabbed one of these. All right, couple Perillo-y purchases. This was a set. I bought the whole set. I think it was like $6 for the whole set. And I got issue 1. Now issue 2, this is a Perillo cover. I think he did do covers for all of them, but it only came for me in this pack was these 2. This one as well, number 3. Really cool reflection in the blood. And 4. So I got a complete set for $6. Happy to grab that because I like Perillo and I like Army Darkness. These I grabbed on eBay. It was for 3 books. I think I paid $7 total. One of them was one I just wasn't interested in. That was not a Perillo cover, but so 2 I needed, and they're just really hard to find on eBay for any kind of a reasonable price. So I guess a bit of a stealth buy, not like those are real valuable ones or anything. And that is the last of the more than $1 stuff. So everything else was $1 or less fines. This, no, just chill. I'm not a furry. But I had been digging there, and I saw this, and I had a chuckle to myself, just thinking like, oh, I bet there's like furry comic collectors out there who would appreciate this. But I left it, and then I was back there another time, and I found it again, and I'm like, what the heck? I'll look it up. And it's like apparently an insanely rare book. Just very low print run, very hard to find. It was even hard to find information on it. I think there was one on eBay for $50 and one for $100. And so I figured, yep, I would grab it. I think I'm going to put this up for sale on my Instagram. If anyone is interested, feel free to reach out. Another one I kind of grabbed just because it's Stargate SG-1 from Avatar, the Con special, but it's the Platinum edition of the Con variant, and it's sealed. It's still sealed in poly bag, so I can't take it out, and it's got certificate of authenticity here. That's 1 of 1,000. That's the Platinum edition, and I like the Stargate movie. I never really got into the show. I know there's some diehard fans, and I figured somebody out there would be pretty happy to have that. So I think I'm also going to put that up for sale or trade. Let's see here. So these are not like the super desirable ones, but I know they're kind of hot. The Veronica and Betty books and stuff. So I picked up, this was just $1 at the flea market, I think. This is Betty number 28. And I got Cheryl Blossom. This is number 2 of her mini-series. So, figured what the heck. This one I did show already. I didn't find another one. This is 11. His first appearance of like a bunch of characters, but Iron Maiden, who's going to be played by Rachel Weisz in the next Black Widow movie. So I did show this one already, but I did find a number 12 to go with it, which is her first cover appearance. Really beautiful, cool cover. Was happy to find that. Also, we got Invincible Iron Man number 509. And this is the first appearance of the Iron Destroyer armor. So he's kind of like, I guess, made armor. I've not read it, but I guess he's made armor out of like the Destroyer from Thor. So very cool looking. Found a few more Avengers 263. They were just clean copies. I think these were actually 50 cents, so I just grabbed both of them. This is first appearance of X Factor, I guess. People say it's Marvel. Well, this is Live Wires. This is a lot of first appearances in it, and could be nothing, could be something. You know, you never know. But some cool characters. That chick in the middle is actually, her literal name is Gothic Lolita. So I thought that's interesting. You get the guy with the guns. I think he's Ballistic Ninja. The guy in the AIM suit putting the helmet on, that's Corn-Fed. The girl with the glasses, bottom left, is... what's her name? I think she's Stem Cell, actually. Yeah, she's Stem Cell. And then the girl on the right is Social Butterfly. I think I got that right. I think it's all their first appearances. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, you never know with these books. And I also grabbed a number 2. So, found a Deadpool. I think actually I got this in a trade. I think this was maybe part of trade with Funny Books. So, Deadpool number 22. This I found the other day for $1. Deadpool 44 with a Lady Deadpool cover. Saw some fun stuff here. Okay. This is from Volume 3, I think. It's in CLZ as Volume 3. It's in Key Collector as Volume 2, if that helps you out. So this particular issue, as far as I know, no key or anything. But this run is just full of keys. And I think they used a lot from it for the last movie, and I think they're going to take a lot from it for the next movie, too. So just grab that one. It's hard to find issues from that run for, like, a reasonable price. So picked up another one of these, just... really cool Purple Man cover on X-Man 36. Marvel Comics presents 120. I needed this issue. It's part of the Venom and Wolverine story, which is why I was picking it up. I think it's called Claws and Webs, or Webs and Claws. X-Men Apocalypse versus Dracula. This looks freaking awesome. I don't know. That's the reason I grabbed it. I'd seen it before, but they were always a little beat up. That was a nice clean one, so I figured pull the trigger. Just a couple kind of iconic Marvel covers that were in pretty good shape and newsstand. So I got the Punisher 44. Beautiful Kubert cover, I think. The American flag. And then we got Wolverine 49. This is continuing the Weapon X storyline. This started in Marvel Comics Presents, and it's Barcode, or Newsstand, I mean. And this is, I forget the guy's name, but it's the first appearance of the guy that goes on to become Vengeance. And honestly, going by Marvel's track record, if you look at all the movies, they're always just fighting kind of like a souped up version of themselves, especially for the first movie. So I wouldn't be surprised if for the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider thing that, Vengeance might be the villain. I don't know, just specking, but people have been picking this book up for a while, and I have a few of them, but I just grabbed it because it was a newsstand. And this is part 2 of Whatever Happened to the Caped Crusader by Neil Gaiman. That's the only reason I grabbed it. I actually still need part 1. Part 1 is in Batman. I don't know the number off the dome. At Pax Romana. This is a really cool story. I think I showed one of these before. That was a combo of issue 1 and 2. This is issue number 3. This story, the Vatican gets access to time travel. They try to fix the future by altering the past. They send back a warehouse full of like modern weaponry and soldiers to like ancient Rome. So very cool. This was another book I think I got in the trade from Funny Books. United States of Murder Inc. number 1 has been optioned recently. And I grabbed the number 4 when I saw it in the bin. This recently got optioned. So I grabbed 2 of these. It worked out to about $1 a book, I think. Let's see. So also Resident Alien got optioned. And Alan Tudyk, who's like an awesome actor. He's been in a million things. He was on Firefly. He was the pilot. Anyway, he's going to be the alien, I guess. And this is not the first appearance. The first appearance is in Dark Horse Presents. But this is issue 0 of volume 1, and it reprints the stories from Dark Horse Presents. So, pick that up. And I also got number 1, number 2, and then I missed out on 3 for that one. And then this is volume 2, the Sam Hain mystery, and I got issue number 2 for that, and number 3. And then Reborn number 1. This was like the last Reborn book I was missing. I love Miller, and this has been optioned, I believe, with Sandra Bullock on Netflix. So I was happy to grab one of those. It's still got the Midtown Comics on there. I think he ordered a bunch back before they became pricey. And I just picked up a first printing of number 2. I think I have a second print. Cover looks like the exact same, but I just found it for $1, like 50 cents. I don't know. So Space Bandits. This was the 75-cent cover, and this was another book. Actually, I think was from that trade with Funny Books. I just love Mark Miller, and I think all his books are really good bets. I would not be surprised if it all gets optioned, and I hope it does. Love Super Crooks. It's only 4 issues. Another one I really would not be surprised if it gets optioned. It's such a cool story. It's very similar vibe to The Boys if supervillains decided to pull a heist, basically. So, really fun. And this is the variant for issue 3. This is the only variant I've found so far for that run, but for $1, had to grab it. This is the Old Guard. This is the black and white version of cover for issue 4. And then I think this is... I thought these guys were just fighting or something, but I actually looked it up, and I guess this is the Pride variant. So, I mean, maybe there are a couple. I have not read it yet. But that's issue 5. And then I had also picked up just the normal one, normal cover for issue 5. Okay, bunch of Lady Killer books. I still don't have a number 1, so here's number 2. And then I did get a second printing of number 2, which I thought's pretty cool looking cover. Grab number 3, 4. I think I had 4 already. I might have just thrown it in there. And 5. And trying to work on this run. I really like I'm really liking Brewbreaker. Like, he's very fast. The more I read of him, he's becoming like one of my on my list of favorite writers. He's getting up there. So, and I believe this has been optioned, or there's been buzz around it for a while. So, I picked up issue number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and 20, which I think is... Okay, these are out of order. I believe 20 is the last issue. And I got 19, 13, and 12. I think I found 2 and 3 last night, but they were really beat up, and I couldn't do it. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the comics here. And then I got a big pocket coming up that's all like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and like cartoons, stuff like that. Vampirella, Army of Darkness, number 1. Just grabbed it. And these I got just because they're Perillo covers. I don't know, maybe it's a cool story. Maybe it's Blackbeard. So it's Blackbeard, Legend of the Pirate King, number 4, and number 5. Okay. So a bunch of animated adaptation and stuff kind of here. G.I. Joe 53, newsstand, and direct. These were, I think, from that trade with Funny Books. This I just picked up because anytime I find like a nice high-grade newsstand copy, I am trying to chip away at this run. This, I think, was from the trade. Really cool cover. Also newsstand. This, I believe, I found for $1. And this was also $1. Really cool cover. And this was from the trade. I think I have this, but not newsstand. Yeah, so that's Transformers 22 with the Marvel Anniversary border and newsstand. And we got Thundercats number 1. Really happy to grab that. That was from the trade as well. We kind of did a big trade, and then we did a couple little trades. So, and I don't. This is my first Heathcliff comic, but I guess it's kind of rare, and so I do like the animated stuff. So I figured, why not? That was from the trade as well. We threw that in. Okay, now we actually are at the end of the comics, pretty much. And then I have a couple figures to show after that. And I never buy figs, but anyway. So, Gargoyles, number 8. This is from the Slave Labor graphics series. The Disney animated adventure continues. And then all these Street Sharks were from the trade with Funny Books. This is... It's in CLZ as issue 0, so I guess maybe it's a one-shot that predates the miniseries. And I grabbed 2 of these. So I'm not 100%, but that could be the first appearance of Street Sharks right there. And I know I've found an issue 2 in the past. So I do have a second one of this. This is number 2 from the 3-issue mini. I think it's 3. And then I have issue 3 here. Had to grab some Duck, man. This is 2 of 3. Oh, and this is 1. I don't know if that's like a one-shot. Oh, and here's 1 of 3. Okay. So those were out of order. But used to like that show. So, and then the last two comics, I showed some of these. I showed one of these, and I said I wanted to get some more chillers. I found some more. Actually, these were buy one get one, and they were cover price, which is $3. I paid $1.50 for each of these. This is Shades of Green Monsters and The Thing in the Glass Case. So, just happy to add those chillers. Alright, so I got 4 figures to show, and then I'm going to call this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Alright, so these were at a stand at the flea market that had 70% off, and they all had $15 sticker prices on them. So, this is Earthworm Jim, Princess What's Her Name. And I thought, I don't know a bunch about figs, but I thought they were all in pretty good shape for the most part, especially for I guess $4.50. So I went ahead and grabbed this one. I think this is from '94. Yeah, back says '94. And I grabbed a Storm as well. This is X-Men Robot Fighters. These were all $4.50. And we got a Psylocke. Now, I showed these to my buddy, and he said he thinks they used the same exact face sculpt as Psylocke as they did on this one as well. This is Elektra. It does say batteries included, so I hope they're not leaking away in there somewhere. But again, I'm not really going to start collecting figs. It was just the price was a little too good and nostalgic, so I went ahead and grabbed a few. But anyway, sorry. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this haul. I had a fun time, and should have another one for you next weekend. And, you know, if you guys want to help the channel, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Comment. So, alright, see you next time.